All right. Number 3, the Football Booster Club spent $12.40 to print 2,000 football programs. They plan to sell each program for $2. How many programs must they sell to make a profit of $600? All right. So the very first thing that we have to understand is the word profit. What profit means, and some kids don't understand this, is profit is the amount of money that you have left over after you pay all of your bills. Okay, so that kind of changes the dynamics of this problem. When I'm setting up my if-then table, all right, I've got a number of tickets, or they're not selling tickets. What are they selling? Programs. Okay, so let's see, programs sold. Okay, and their profit. So if they sell 0 programs, what is their profit going to be? And a lot of kids will automatically just say 0. All right, but this is like a real life situation. It's actually worse than 0. Their profit is worse than 0. It's actually negative $1,240. That is their profit. They're in the hole, basically, is what we would say. And the reason is because their club spent that much money to print out these programs. So this is kind of like a heartbreaking situation. They paid all of this money to print out these programs to sell them, and then no one bought any. So there they go. They're negative 1,240 as far as their profit goes. Now, when they sell their first program, things are still looking bad, but they're looking a little better. And you have to think about this. If they were in the hole that much, and then they received $2 because they sold one program for $2, then that's going to bring them to negative 1,238. All right, so I'm going to show you how I got that. This is actually something you learn in 7th grade, but sometimes kids forget. So negative 1,240. They're in the hole that much, but then they're getting $2. Okay, they're adding $2. With the way your 7th grade teacher probably taught you how to do this is, if you're combining numbers and your signs are different, that means you're going to subtract. Okay, so in order for me to subtract, I got to borrow from that 4, makes it a 3, and turns that 0 into a 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 3 minus nothing is 3, 2 minus nothing is 2, and 1 minus nothing is 1. And then you have to determine, is this a positive 1,238 or a negative 1,238? It is not negative because the signs are different. The reason it's negative is because you have more negatives than you have positives. All right, so you owe this much money. You only got this much, so you have more debt than what you got paid, if that makes sense. Okay, so if they were to sell 2 programs, things again would get a little better, but still not that great. They're still negative 1,236 if you do the math out. Okay, so I'm going to erase this so I have some room. All right, now I could keep going. Until I reach until I reach $600 profit. Okay, and then see how many programs they sold. But that would take forever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my slope. My slope equals when y changed by 2, x changed by 1. So there's my slope. And you can keep checking. You're going to find out that it's always staying consistent. 2 over 1 simplifies to 2. My y-intercept, that's a b. My y-intercept is where x equals 0, and we see what y is. In this case, it's negative 1,240. Okay, so then my equation is going to be y equals 2x minus 1,240. Here's my equation using slope-intercept form. We're going to use that to solve for this situation. So I'm going to put 600 into my equation, and the way you know where to put it is 600 represents how much profit we're going to get. So it represents my y. So it's going to go right in there for y. So my equation now looks like 600 equals 2x minus 1,240. And Yeah, pretty much any 7th grader would be able to solve this. They would add 1,240, cross it out, add 1,240. 0 and 0 is 0, 4 and 0 is 4. There we go. 6 and 2 is 8, and 1 and nothing is 1. Equals 2x. And then I want to get x by itself, so I divide this side by 2 and divide this side by 2. I'm going to do that work over here. 1840 divided by 2. 2 will go into 18 9 times. Bring down my 4. 2 will go into 4 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. Bring down my 0. 2 will go into 0 0 times. So my final answer is x equals 920 programs. So that's how many programs they have to sell. In other words, there might be a better way to do a fundraiser, because that's a lot of programs just to make $600. All right, that's it.